Hey everybody, it's Josh over at J&H. I figured I would come on tonight and talk about light tackle fishing. It's sort of the way I see the industry going over the next 5 years. We started off, years ago, like 10, 15 years ago, everybody's fishing ugly sticks and those fiberglass kind of heavy rods. And then we started moving over to lighter rods, especially with the Shimano Travala. From an inshore perspective, that 66 medium heavy Travala really sort of changed things. People opened their eyes to different technologies and things started going in that direction from these heavier rods to lighter weight rods. So the Travala still weighs in at just about 10 ounces or so, and now you have opportunities to get even lighter stuff. We're talking like 5, 6, 7 ounces. So I want to talk tonight a little bit about light tackle fishing, get your input on it, get your feedback if you're starting to do it, what you've been doing. I've done this over the past couple nights, doing something on Facebook and something on Instagram, just talking about this with everybody. And it's interesting, you have just totally different communities, but it seems to be that most people are sort of accepting of light tackle fishing if they've never done it. Some of them people have tried it. But basically the goal of it is obviously you're going to fish with lighter tackle, and therefore maybe fish that you've just been winching in or you've been catching easily, you're going to have more difficulty with, therefore more of a fight, more of a challenge, more fun. I don't think anybody listening to this right now really needs to fish to eat. If that's your situation, you probably shouldn't have a smartphone. You should invest your money in food and things you can do to eat. But, let's be real. Everybody who's watching this, you're watching this because you love fishing. It's what you're passionate about, what you're into. And, you don't need to catch fish in order to live. You have some other way of doing that. So this is just about making your fishing experience more fun, which is, I think, what a lot of people would like to do. So you can always catch bigger fish if you can find them, but if you make the fight harder on yourself, fishing for smaller fish or the fish you normally fish for, inshore fish or whatever, you're just going to have a lot more fun. Hooking a 10-pound bluefish on a lightweight rod with a 3,000 size spinning reel is a lot more fun than if you went out there with a big conventional reel and a stiff rod and just sort of horse the thing in. So there's a lot of things moving that way, and it's a good thing. We want technology to move in that way, and I think one of the areas where it sort of hasn't hit as much, at least on the East Coast, is surf fishing. Everybody is still fishing with big rods, going longer because they need that. They feel they need that heavy reels to sort of balance out. And I think over the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to see a big change in terms of more like Japanese style technology, super thin blanks, lightweight rods. You're talking like 7, 8 ounce surf rods rather than 12 to 15 to 20 ounce surf rods, with, instead of using all metal reels, using composite reels that have seals in them, like a Shimano Twin Power or something like that. Not necessarily a $500 reel, but I'm sure over the next couple of years they're going to add all these seals to the Stratix, and you'll have a $200 reel that is super smooth, has majority of the reel protected, or at least the important areas, and is not fully sealed, though, not like a Van Stall or a Z-Bass or anything like that. But those reels, they seem to only come in all metal. I've talked with the people who are at Van Stall about possibly coming out with a graphite body or a carbon fiber body, and they seem to feel that their customer base is just too hard on things, that because they make extreme fishing reels, that the idea of sort of not having an extreme body, which carbon fiber and graphite isn't, because again, if you're fishing on rocks and you bang it, more chance of damage than with aluminum. Aluminum's going to be more forgiving. But at the same time, I think the advantages of those materials sort of outweigh the ruggedness of aluminum, because you're going to get much lighter weight and be able to just have a lot more fun. So they don't seem to be keen on doing that, but I know other companies are going to do it, whether they think about it from a surf perspective or not. It's just going to happen because more companies are going to get seals. It's an easy technology in terms of just adding O-rings everywhere in the reels. I mean, Daiwa's doing it with the Procyon and the Ballistic. Those are two great reels if you want to go light tackle. If you're fishing from the beach or a boat or whatever, just a super nice reel. Those are pretty much sealed. I'm not gonna say they're fully sealed, but they're sealed enough where the average person, gets spray on them, dunks them by accident, gets them wet, and you'll be fine. You just gotta wash them off and keep them clean. So that's basically it on light tackle. I want you guys to think about that. Post comments either during this video or after what you think, what you use. Have you ever fished light tackle? Do you enjoy it? Some people just prefer, hauling fish in. They just want to get meat on the deck, and I guess that's fine. That's not my thing, but everybody does their own thing. Other than that, I just want to say a couple things. We've got Megabass just came into the shop for the first time, so we've got a whole selection of Megabass. We're going to be adding more stuff for all you freshwater guys. I just put the Vision 110 up on the website, the popular jerk bait. We're going to be adding more of that stuff to the website. Freshwater section keeps getting bigger and bigger. We also got live target in today, so that's going to be out over the next couple of days. So if you're on Long Island and you're a freshwater guy, definitely come into J&H and check out all the freshwater stuff. If you're not local, we'll be putting all that stuff up on online pretty soon. For all you guys who are posting questions and stuff, I'll get to everything at the end of this thing. Unfortunately, I can't scroll, so you're going to have to repost. So once I finish my little spiel here, you can totally repost all your questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Because this is the final thing I'll say is we have some sales going on. Hook hoodies are on sale for $50. We've got the Grundens jackets are normally $180. They're $60 now. Grundens Harvester Pro, normally $150, now $75. You check that out. So a bunch of deals. Go to jnh.com. Check out the deals on foul weather gear, jackets, hoodies, that kind of stuff. And that's basically it. So now any questions you have for me, I'm sorry, like I said, you guys have been putting questions up there, but with YouTube I can't really scroll. They just disappear. So any questions, post them right now and I will be happy to answer them for you. No update on the Torque 2s yet. Still waiting on them. They're supposed to be here by the end of the month. Shield 5000, 6000 should be in the next couple of weeks. Tranks power handles going to be the middle of May. What other updates are there? I'm trying to think what else has been. Super Strike is sort of MIA. Been just sending orders in to get more Super Strike. Haven't heard back. I assume he's just busy making plug after plug after plug. So once when we get more, we'll have more. We have some in stock, but I know a lot of guys seem to be going after the needlefish. What's been red hot now have been the Hoagie paddle tails, pro paddle tails. Super red hot, especially in the lightest size. So if you're looking to fish something new, that's something definitely to check out. What else has been hot lately? I mean, just a lot of people buying Shimano Tranks reels and Penn Clash reels. On the freshwater side, it's been Dobbins Fury rods and pairing them up with Lew's reels and the Daiwa Coastal bait casting reel. If you're looking for a good saltwater bait casting reel for fluking and maybe a little bit more than that in terms of size fish, that is a great option. That's basically it. So if you guys don't have any questions for me, nothing else you want to post, I'm going to take off. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. Last thing I'll say is we had our sale this Saturday, Pure Fishing Day sale. I want to thank everyone who came out to that. It was a huge success, and thank you so much for everyone who came out. Someone's asking if Van Stall is going to make a reel with the handle on the right side. They're supposed to. The VR version is supposed to come first, and then they're supposed to do the VS and the VSX next season. So we should see that at ICAST, I would imagine. I know that we're going to see the VR 50, which is something I'm looking forward to. So that's definitely something to look out for. Someone's asking if the Stella is worth the price. So what I tell people about the Stella is there's a couple of models. There's the inshore model, and then there's the saltwater version. So what I tell people about the inshore one is that that's a great reel, but now they have the twin power, so you could probably get a very similar reel. You could go with a twin power instead of a Sella. If you're going offshore, you're going with these bigger reels. Twin power goes from 5,000 to 14,000. So get a Stella for anything bigger than that. But any of those 5,000 to 14,000, you could totally do a twin power and save your money just because it's so different. If it's $100 different, $100 difference, I would just say, the Stella, it is better. It is definitely a better reel. But for twice the money, it's not twice the money good. But I don't want you to get caught up in price too much. I think people just get too hung up on the price tag. Look, if you are not going to spend $800 on a reel, any reel or any rod, whatever, that's totally cool. No one has to spend that kind of money. It's more of like a connoisseur thing. As you move up the ranks, you say, I want to get better and better and better stuff, and that Stella seems to be at the top of the list. Someone's asking what's better, the Lexa or the Tranks. I like newer stuff. The technology is better, so I would choose the Tranks. It's just newer and better technology. Nothing wrong with that Lexa. Lexa's a great reel, super popular, and the fact that they upgraded them to the more corrosion-resistant ball bearings, like 7 corrosion-resistant ball bearings instead of 2, is definitely a step in the right direction. So if you end up with a Lexa, it's totally not a bad move. That is really good. Someone else asked, what's the best surf rod for the money? Again, it's sort of like that same thing of we can argue of what the best is. It depends on what you like. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Legend Surfs. Some guys like the Century rods. Lama Glass makes some nice rod. That Super Surf is nice. Someone else is asking for a nice rod for their Tranks. Depends exactly what you're doing. A really nice rod for not that expensive that I really like. If you're light tackle fishing, 2 of them is going to be, number 1 is going to be the Tsunami slow pitch jigging rods for $100, and number 2 is going to be a Phoenix SMX 73 MH, or another awesome rod. We sell a lot of those for fluke fishing. That's like a 7'3" medium heavy. Definitely a cool rod. If you need to go heavier than that, St. Croix Avid Inshore. That series is great, even though it's seafoam color and some people don't like that. That is a really, really nice rod. Custom rods. The custom rod program that we've been doing is moving in the right direction. We're going to be getting some samples soon. I didn't rush into that thing. I didn't want to go gangbusters at the start. I want to get it right. So it should be maybe another couple weeks to a month before we get samples, and we'll start getting that up. So that's another project that's in the works. Someone else asked me another question. I'm trying to remember what it was about. Oh, when am I gonna do a fishing video? I don't know. I guess when I get time to go fishing. It's so crazy, when you own your own business and you put your everything into it, and things start going well. It just starts to snowball, and you get involved in more and more things. And because I have a desire to expand further and keep growing and go into different markets, I don't get that much free time to do what I would like. Ideally, what I would do is I'd take a day off from work every week. I'd work 4 days, and then on the 5th day, I would do videos. So all the product review videos that I do on YouTube, that's what I would love to do. And then at the same time, I could fit in some fishing videos with that. But it's just I don't have the time. I don't really have time to do the product videos, but I have to do them. Guys ask me for them all the time, and I know that it's just the best possible marketing I can do to get our company out there is to someone's looking for a TRX 401 AHG left-handed Tranks 400 or 401 I should say, and they type that into YouTube, and we're kind of the only game in town. So I'm definitely not giving up on the video reviews. There's going to be many more of them. I just think I'm probably going to be able to do them in, larger amounts, less of the time. You know what I mean? Instead of doing like 2 a week, I might do 10 a month, but they'll all be in one day, and they'll trickle out over the next couple of, it takes a couple days to process them in terms of doing them all. They're just time consuming. But with ICAST coming up in a couple months, I've already started requesting new products. So I'm really going to yell at all these manufacturers to make sure that we get the product well in advance so that I can do the videos, and then on the release date, if it's at ICAST or a couple of days after ICAST, it'll be right up there, so you guys can see all the brand new tackle right away, get my take on it, see the reviews, and be able to make an informed decision about what you want to do in the future in terms of what you want to get. So I'm definitely going to do more and more video reviews. I just don't know if I'll be able to do them on the water. Going on the water, it's just much more complex. A lot more work. Someone's asking if about a Loomis NRX or a St. Croix Legend. I'd say the Legend is more standard. I don't have that much experience with the NRX in terms of volume. I mean, I've sold quite a few of them for what they are. I mean, a very expensive surf rod, but in terms of feedback, I've gotten a lot more feedback on the Legends. So I don't think you'd be making a mistake with either one. They're both, top of the line, super great surf rods. They're just sort of a different style. One's super lightweight, and the other one's more, high end northeast style of surf rod. Someone's asking when ICAST is. ICAST this year is, I think it's July 12th through the 15th. So that second week of July, and that's when everything gets announced. And it's just this huge show. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. 75,000 square feet or 100,000 square feet. I don't know. It's just crazy. It takes us, really 3 days to walk the show, because I got to meet with all these manufacturers and complain to them and tell them what they're doing wrong. And because they all live, 5 years in the past, so I got to explain to them the things I want to do and what the best way to do it. And then that usually takes a whole day. And then the second day, I don't do any meetings. I just walk the whole show. So just going aisle to aisle. And now that we're doing freshwater stuff, I'm going to have more stuff to look at. And generally, we barely make it to the end of the show by the end of the second day. And then the third day, we're just sort of, tying up loose ends. ICAST is in Orlando this year. It used to be in Vegas used to be in Vegas 4 years in a row, then 1 year Orlando. Then Orlando decided to make the people who run ICAST just this crazy deal, which is, hey, why don't you just have your convention here for free every year? So that's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, I prefer it in Orlando. It's faster for me to get there than Vegas. Vegas is a 6-hour flight. I mean, I like Las Vegas. It's fine. ICAST is going to be there in 2018, so I'm looking forward to going back because I haven't been. But going year to year, I'd much prefer Orlando. It's quick, easy. I can go to Disney World if I want. I like roller coasters, so it's a fun experience. I wish everybody could experience. I think if you wanted to experience something close to ICAST, you should go to the Bassmaster Classic, because the ICAST is only open to retailers and wholesalers and vendors and that kind of stuff. It's not open to the public. The Bassmaster Classic is, and I went this year for the first time, and it was very, very similar, kind of similar in the way it's laid out. Look is similar. The vibe is a bit different. The way we interact there is different, but overall, it's something you should experience. I think if you went to that show, you would sort of get a feeling for what ICAST was. Someone else asked, what am I looking forward to? I don't know exactly what I'm looking forward to. I don't have a specific product that I'm looking forward to. I'm trying to see what trends are coming. I mean, I know that things are going to get lighter and smaller. Like I said, we just talked about light tackle for the past 20 minutes. So that's the kind of stuff I'm geared towards. I like to look at trends, see what's going to happen next, and then go hard into them, which is what we do, which is why we took on, when release reels came out, I was buying 50 reels at a time at the beginning, because I knew that light, compact, powerful reel was the thing that everybody was going to want. When the Tranks 300s and 400s came out, I bet big on that, because I knew that was going to be super popular. Slammer 3, all these things you can sort of tell. Someone's asking about expanding J&H to different states. I hope the website does that. I mean, I would love to have a physical store all over the place, but I don't know if you've been reading the news, you've been seeing that, all these retail stores have just been closing. They just can't handle it because of the internet, because of what Amazon's doing. It's almost like, I feel like it's like Monopoly. When you're a kid, you're playing Monopoly, and then it's all of a sudden someone just gets so much money that by the last 10 minutes of the game is just you getting just slaughtered, because that person has all the money, they can buy everything up and do everything. And that's sort of where Amazon is. They can buy whatever they want. They don't have to worry about shipping costs, really, even though they pay a tremendous amount of shipping. They just eat it because they know that they're just going to get more and more and more sales and just kill off the little guy, sort of what Walmart used to do and is still doing, and now Walmart is even more aggressive. So it's just to open another store, as much as I would love to do it, is just it sucks up a lot of resources that could be put into the website. And what's great about the website is it's open 24/7. You have access to me pretty much whenever. You could send me an email. I give out my cell phone number if people need it. I'm always on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, so even Twitter. So there's just, you have access to me. You can call me during the day, and I will answer the phone, and I will help you as best I can. So that's the problem with having physical stores. But I would love to. I mean, Florida is like a key area. I mean, that would be like a home run to open a store in Florida. And California, I think we would fare really well against the local shops out there. It's just the sheer cost of it is just getting kind of ridiculous. Any other questions? Anything else anyone wants to know? Someone asked me what's the best rod for a Clash 4000 spinning reel. Depends what you're doing. 7-foot medium heavy rod. Our dark matter rod is great for that. Like I said, a St. Croix Avid inshore. I'm a big fan of that. The Bermuda rod from Phoenix is nice. It just has a long butt, so I don't know if you want a long butt. Those are basically my favorites for that. But you can also go with a St. Croix Premier, Tide Master. These are all sort of standard rods. Shimano, either the Northeast or the Southeast. Terramar rods, depending on what you're fishing for. But you got a wide range of rods that go with 3,000 and 4,000 size reels. I am looking forward to a new ballistic is coming out from Daiwa. That should be a very cool thing. So that's something I'm looking forward to. And that's basically it. So if I were you, or you can do me a favor, you can think about light fishing tackle, and think about what kind of combos you would want. Someone's asking for a stand-up rod for a Tiagra 50 wide. The most affordable rod, best features is our rod. It's Loopster F5. So check that out. Otherwise, you just need a 50 to 100 pound class stand-up rod. 5, 6 foot, either one you want. Try to get one with wind-on guides if you can afford to pay that much. But our Sloopster F5 stand-up rod is the best bang for your buck in the industry. Absolutely. Someone else is asking if a Daiwa BG is good for salt water. Absolutely. Those reels are crazy popular. They've sort of taken over for the Penn battle in terms of best bang for your buck. We sell a ton of them. Someone's asking bailless conversion kit for the Shield. That is supposed to be really coming out over the summer. So another couple of months. They gotta get reels first. We're still waiting for the 5,000s and 6,000s. So hopefully those come in soon, and everybody can be happy. I mean, we have tons of orders for 5,000, 6,000 shields. So anyway, thanks guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you need to reach me, josh@jnh.com. If you like my videos, you want to do me a favor, you can always do me a solid by writing up a good review for us on Facebook or Google. That helps a lot. Or going on jnh.com and writing some product reviews for things you like. Any of that stuff really helps. You don't really think about it, but it's like almost as good as being a customer, or like the second best thing you do than buying from us is to write a positive review of us on any of those social media stuff. So anyway, that's about it. Thank you guys for listening, and we're going to do this again real soon. Have a good night.